Hello everyone, Shakti here, doing another one of my pet battling in Legion videos. Today we're coming up against Madam Viciosa with her undeads and her human and magic pets. So today I'm going to show you how to defeat her using non-premium pets, so pets that you can capture, get via questing, etc. So she has of course, 3 pets. We have a human, followed by a magic pet, followed by another human. So in order to defeat her, we need the pets that are going to beat her in that respect. So normally we would have undead to combat against the humans and a dragon to combat against the magic pets. We're going to do this a little bit differently though, because her very first humanoid pet actually does a swap right out of the gate. So we're going to put our magic pet in the center here, and I'm going to use the Crimson Whelpling. He's going to be the first guy out. Now the Crimson Whelpling is capturable out in the wetlands. He has a very low drop rate, and I confess I actually got him myself via the auction house. I killed so many dragons out in the wetlands. So many dragons, and it never dropped for me, and I managed to spot this guy out in the auction house way undervalued and scooped that up right out of the gate. So definitely a win there. The abilities that I'm using for him is just a standard hit. I have a heal, and then I have a wind up ability. I'm not even going to be using probably this one at all for this combat. He's just there to defeat the center guy, and then that's it, and he's done. So the other 2 pets that we're going to be going up against is undead, and to beat undead we need we're up against humanoids, and I need undeads. Let's try this again. I've done this before, I promise. I know what I'm doing. So undeads do extra damage to humanoids. So the 2 that I favor for this fight here is the Unborn Valkyrie, and she's going to be my main caster here. And she is capturable out in Northrend, mostly Ice Crown and the Crystal Song Forest. So that's where you would capture her. The abilities I'm going to use here are Shadow Shock, which is just her main hit. We have a Siphon Life, which is a small heal, and then we have a Haunt, which will actually kill her, but she does overall damage to the beast that she's haunted. Once that beast either dies or the haunt has removed, she comes back to life. So that's pretty handy. I also am going to use the Restless Shadeling, and the Restless Shadeling is capturable out in Deadwind Pass, so the next time you go run Karazhan in the morning, go ahead and capture one of those guys, because they're pretty fun too. He's going to be right over here. Similar abilities, the Shadow Shock, and he's really only in just in case the Valkyrie doesn't finish things off for me. So the Shadow Shock, we have a Death Coil, which is a heal, and then we have a dot. Okay, so let's see how this goes. We're going to fight her now. Doo-doo-doo. Hi. Ready? Fight. Alright, so the first pet that she brings out is Imply. Now the one thing about fighting an AI quest boss is they always do the same thing every time. So at the very least, if you're having trouble, watch what they're doing, see what you can do in order to fight against that. So the very first thing that this guy always does is a swap, which is why I've put my magic fighting creature in first, because the magic guy is actually second. So I'm just going to do a random attack, bloop, and swap. There we are. So out comes the Valkyrie, which is the one that I actually want to do damage here to this guy. And of course you can see all of her abilities are doing extra damage to him. So I'm just going to go ahead and mostly Shadow Shock all the way through. Woo, that was a good one. Yeah. Take a tiny little bit of damage. Now he also has a little bubble that does extra damage for every hit he takes. That was super fast. I've never killed him in 2 hits. Okay. So what I normally do when this guy comes out is, instead of wasting a swap on the turn, I will go ahead and cast Haunt, which will put a dot on him and kill her. There we are, she dies, and now I bring out my next pet while still doing damage. So out comes the dragon. We're gonna hit him there. He's taking significant damage, so I'm gonna heal. Hopefully he survives long enough to heal. There we are. And this should kill him. Whew. There we go. Nice. And the haunt is dropped off and she wakes up again. So we have this chick here. I have my dragon out, so I'm just going to keep hitting her with the dragon. You get the idea. The undead is going to be doing a ton of damage to her. And this chick also does a 4-round dot. So at the end of 4 rounds, there's going to be a significant amount of damage done. So this dragon is actually here to eat that dot. I'm going to pass. She's going to kill him. Oh, he survived. One more time. There we are. And the dot is off. There, now I can grab my Valkyrie again. Huzzah! Let's see if we can kill her as fast as the last guy. Not quite. And, oh, it wasn't the dot this time. This one should be the dot. There it is. Pretty simple anyway. It's just a matter of hitting it with the big hits as you go. She'll survive long enough. And even if she dies to the dot, she has another round of damage that she can do, which is usually more than enough to defeat this chick. There we are. All done. So that is how you defeat Madam Viciosa. I'm not entirely sure how she pronounces her name. I haven't had a chance to ask her. However, there you go. Any questions? Feel free to leave a comment or whatever on the video, and I hope to catch you next time. Cheers.